Having trouble staying awake during congressional hearings? Ask your doctor if term limits are right for you. It's terrible. Yes, that did happen this week. But speaking of people falling asleep, this person says this will never fail to crack me up, and just wait for this.
La France salue avec respect et gravité les morts des autres nations que jadis elle a combattues.
If judgment was a face, that would be it. AI baby Trump has flooded the meme world this week. There's really little space for anything else at the moment. I haven't actually watched any of them, so I'm just going to look at them now and see what they're like.
Americans are getting lazy. Too many holidays. Too much Netflix. Not enough work. You wonder why the country's slipping? Because half the nation thinks self-care means staying home on government checks. When I was in charge, we worked. We won. Now it's Mental Health Monday, Taco Tuesday, and no one shows up on Friday. You want America to be great again? Try showing up 5 days in a row.
Mental Health Monday. What about MAGA Meme Monday? MAGA Meme Monday is the solution to Mental Health Monday.
They say I fell asleep at a meeting in Saudi Arabia. Fake news. I closed my eyes for 2 seconds thinking, deep thinking, smart thinking. I just flew 12 hours, no sleep, straight into high-level talks. And guess what? I still ran the room. No teleprompter, no naps, unlike Sleepy Joe. They call it dozing off. I call it global strategy. America's back. Stronger, smarter, and wide awake.
Did Trump actually... Is everybody falling asleep? Oh, so everybody's falling asleep. Is everybody just so worn out and tired by life at this point, or what's going on?
Canada, I love you. You've got trees, moose, that little Sarah thing. You're adorable. But let's face it, you're basically the attic of America. Quiet, cold, and full of stuff nobody remembers until Christmas. So let's fix that. Let's make you the 51st state. Beautiful, powerful, slightly colder Florida. You guys have health care that's free, but you wait 11 years for a dentist. That's not health care, that's tooth prison. We'll get you real options. Fast, American style. Dentists with muscles. Your money has animals on it. Moose, bears, birds. I thought it was a zoo brochure. Join us and we'll give you some good old-fashioned green cash. Dead presidents, very classy. And your prime minister? He's like if a drama teacher ran a Whole Foods. Nice hair, no power. Down here, we've got real leaders. We throw paper towels like touchdowns during hurricanes. Big energy. You've already got our TV, our food, our slang. You say sorry like we say excuse me in Walmart brawls. So let's just do it. Sign the paperwork, swap out the flag, and boom! Canada becomes America. We'll even let you keep Tim Hortons.
It's so adorable.
You got to be more thankful. Because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
They just keep getting better. And lastly, there's a Theo one. A Theo one has snuck in here somehow.
You know, do Chinese people, do they have like... Well, can I ask you something? Yeah. And I honestly believe this. I believe that you don't know what I am. Because several times in this podcast, you've referred to China, and then you look at me. Do you think I'm Chinese?
I don't know if you are.
No, be honest.
I don't care if you are.
I know you don't. I know you don't. I know that you don't care that I am.
Okay. Yeah.
I know that you don't care, right?
I mean, I do care, but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter to you.
Yeah, you're welcome around me.
I know you love me regardless.
Yeah.
Right. But it is information that you should fucking memorize.
Okay. Well, chill, bro.
It's information you should fucking memorize because I've known you for 20 years, whatever, dude. It's not about chill or not chill, right? It's about memorize that shit, dude. Because every time I fucking see you, dude, it's like, China. You people in China, why do you guys eat this? You know what I mean? How come you guys run this way? How come you fly? You don't know how to fly or whatever. Whatever you're fucking saying, I'll be happy to fucking answer those questions, but memorize what the fuck I am.
My bad, dude.
I'm Chinese.
What? There are loads more. I'll leave links in the description for you in case you want to watch more baby AI videos. I just wanted to give a huge shout out and a big thank you to Hard Masada for your buy me a coffee. I really appreciate it, and I'm so glad that you're enjoying the videos. Hopefully you enjoy this one as well. You know that I love the news ones.
Breaking news, everything is bad. It's just as terrible as you imagined, and probably worse. With more, we go to Tom Lee Cruz. Tom Lee.
We're all in danger, Dan Lee.
Jesus Christ, what can we do?
Absolutely nothing.
It was good knowing you, Tom Lee.
I can't say the same.
That was unnecessary. We're just now getting in reports that all the children have exploded. They will be missed. Let's check in with Olivia Lee Rodrigo. Olivia Lee, where are you?
That's none of your business. Do you hear that? Cut the music. Do you hear that?
What do you hear?
That's the sound of us slowly dying. Can you hear it?
I can hear it. It's louder in my left ear.
Olivia Lee Rodrigo reporting
I
from
actually
where
have some
I
more
am.
questions for you. Okay, we're going to go to Kevin Lee Costner, who has more with politics.
No, I don't.
Let's send it over to our senior correspondent, Nick Lee Minaj.
Look at this chart. Let's bring it up.
What am I looking at here?
I don't know, but it doesn't look good.
That looks bad.
Yeah, it's probably bad.
Let's go to our eye in the sky, Timothy Chalamet. Timothy.
Man, I am so high up right now.
You are in a helicopter.
I didn't know that when I got in. I thought it was a weird car.
What do you see up there?
Everything, it's too much. We were never supposed to see this. I need to go back down.
You stay right there. We're going to go to commercial.
Have you recently lost a child because they exploded? Because that's crazy. How are we all not talking about this? I feel like that really got glossed over real quick. That's a huge thing. Call Tedley. 555 call Tedley. I want to talk about this. Call Tedley now.
And we're back. Let's check in with Morgan Lee Freeman with sports. Morgan Lee.
I just want to take this sports time to say that whatever you hear about me in the next 24 hours is completely false. People are going to say things and have documents and recordings to back up what they say, and it's just not real. You should believe me and not their solid evidence. Knicks take it by 2.
This is when champions are born. We're going now to Frankly Sinatra with the weather, Frankly.
It's everywhere.
We won't be hearing from him anymore. Coming up, a cat learns how to water ski and then drowns.
There's no need to watch the news anymore. You could just watch that and it'll have the same effect. There's some breaking news, guys. Have a look at this.
Every 15 seconds, a home is broken into. That's why you need United Nations Home Security. United Nations Home Security protects your home exactly how the United Nations has protected countries since 1945. Dispatching to your house a team of highly trained, unarmed observers. Their job is to watch the burglar and take notes. His every move is seen and carefully documented. Then our 192-member United Nations Home Security Council debates until everyone can agree on an appropriate response, such as economic incentives. And if that doesn't work, economic sanctions. And if that also doesn't work, strongly worded condemnations. And if nothing else works, we will be forced to invite the burglar to join the United Nations Home Security Council. United Nations Home Security. There's nothing we wouldn't do for you, but little we can.
Just like super honest marketing. Somebody commented they sent them to the cleaners with that one, and I have to agree. Rough, that is rough.
In the 90s, people had maximum one problem, like 2 worries. Okay? And a lot of those worries were things like, oh, I'm not good enough at squash. You know, that's the kind of thing we used to be concerned about.
That would have been nice to have just that to be worried about.
Yes, we did have one big worry. Yes, of course, the millennium bug. Yes, we were worried about that. They said to us, the world is ending. That's what they said to us. They said, we forgot to tell computers all of the dates. They said to us, we've told them up to New Year's Eve, 1999, but no further. What they said was, they said, on the stroke of midnight, they're all going to stop working. They said aeroplanes will fall from the sky. They said incubators will stop working. We were like, that sounds terrible. What can we do? They said nothing. And then we were like, all right, stick Robbie Williams on. Let's make the best of it. Anyway, January 1st, year 2000, we all woke up and we weren't even dead. Not a single aeroplane fell on a single baby. So if you're wondering why people my age and older aren't doing enough about climate change, it's because you got us last time.
If they lie to us enough times, people do stop believing. Obviously, we all know that Trump was doing the rounds this week, going to Saudi Arabia and Qatar, sealing some deals. But people were a little bit surprised by the reality of it.
You can expect a full red carpet welcome, can't he?
It's false.
Yeah, literally, the red carpet is expected to be rolled out for Donald Trump.
Wrong.
President Trump actually didn't get the red carpet today. Instead, the Saudis rolled out the purple carpet for him. The symbolism here is crazy, as purple is the color of royalty. What this actually symbolizes for Trump is that he's still fucking winning. Go cry about it.
Just go cry some more. Nice with the purple, huh? Some of it he was less impressed with than others, though.
This is the highest quality oil there is on the planet, and they only gave me a drop. So I'm not thrilled. But still, it's better than no drop. Can you imagine?
I'm not thrilled.
But anyway, but it's tremendous.
And this has become a globally recognized benchmark, Mr. President. Marban. That's
going to be great. Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Very well.
And then there was another Signal chat leak this week, but this time it was between Trump and Melania. Obviously not, but I have to say I would probably be the same as well if I was walking around beautiful palace. We have to dream big, right? And Hillary Clinton wasn't too impressed. She posted, "No one gives someone a $400 million jet for free without expecting anything in return. Be serious." Somebody found this in their archives.
Kingdom of Saudi Arabia gave at least $10 million to the William J. Clinton Foundation, a nonprofit created by the former president. Other foreign government donors include Norway, Kuwait, Qatar, Brunei, Oman, Italy, and Jamaica. For the first time since Clinton, then president, started fundraising for his foundation, he has released what his aides call a complete donor list. The globe-trotting Clinton's foundation has been raised as a concern regarding possible conflicts of...
But Trump has posted a video about Hillary Clinton and Obama this week, so I would be scared if I were them. Thank you, Kimber, for tagging me in this one. China claims that coronavirus came from an old bat, but Pelosi denies having been involved. Oh, that's so mean. I always feel so bad laughing at these things, and then I remember everything that Pelosi has done, and I'm like, I don't feel so bad anymore. Thank you, Douglas Smithenfield, for tagging me in this one. I think that this is real, but let me know if this is real or if this is a skit. Government employee earns $100,000 doing absolutely nothing.
When this government worker goes to the office every day,
there's nothing to do. There's nothing to pretend to do.
Though Edward McSwegan once managed a large portfolio of research at the National Institutes of Health, NIH, his work days have been pretty much empty since
March 1996.
It's not that he doesn't want to work. He says they won't let him. Meantime, taxpayers are covering his generous paycheck.
How much do you get paid to do nothing?
About $100,000 a year.
So what do you do all day when you go to the office?
I've managed to publish a couple of books, some short story fiction, a little bit of nonfiction writing.
Yes, with all that free time and with taxpayers footing the bill, he's become a successful mystery writer. And more.
I wound up joining a health club near the office just to sort of break up the day.
Oddly enough, he's been getting good job reviews.
I guess I'm good at doing nothing.
It's actually very, very realistic, and it sounds very much like it could be true, but he's tattling on himself. Government employees getting paid to do nothing do not want anybody knowing that that's happening. Parents, you should be saving money for the future. The future. Yeah, save gold. From what I hear, that's the thing to have during dystopian times.
Dad, can I tell you something?
Yes, of course, sweetheart.
I'm dating someone.
What's his name?
Her name is Sarah. I'm straight.
Okay.
What did you just say?
No, let's not. Let's
Carol,
just come.
what did you just say?
I'm straight.
He said he's straight. So let's just all breathe through this.
No son of mine
Okay.
will be straight.
Here's the thing. When you're young, you experiment.
You don't.
And
Yeah,
there's
this is a
things that
phase.
I love you no matter. Honey.
No, I'm not doing this.
Okay. What do you think of Celine Dion? Are you just done with her?
I don't know.
He doesn't know about Celine Dion anymore. This is tough.
You know, maybe you're just not a bottom.
Yeah, sweetheart, you should just try one time being a top. Tonight, we will all sit on the couch, we'll watch.
Macron has had more fumbles this week, and I just don't know how the man ends up in these scenarios so frequently. He's just holding on to his finger. That's a power move, right? Like, either he completely dissociated for 20 seconds or that's a power move. But it doesn't end there. There's more. I really just don't get how this happens to Macron so frequently. So this time, the Albanian Prime Minister just will not let go of his hand. Weird. This is last week's news. But there was another clip that came out following the cocaine scandal with Macron and Stammer. And it showed the kind of aftermath, the after party. So yeah, I mean, that pretty much, yeah, that confirms it. They were in fact doing cocaine. Kevin Whiteman tagged me in this one. Apparently this translates to ask the French dude who has a bag of cocaine. How does that look so like Zelenskyy? The world is filled with strange anomalies. Politicians and diapers must be changed often and for the same reason. Keep blaming this guy for problems they haven't solved for decades. Joe Biden 54 years, Chuck Schumer 48, Nancy Pelosi 36. Oh, Maxine Waters, 50 years. But yeah, keep blaming this guy. Liberals watching Trump win trade wars, make peace deals and lower inflation. I like to think that that's what Hillary Clinton is like when she gets home at the moment. Thank you, Real El Goshtu, for tagging me in this video. This is a classic. I remember this one from during the elections and it's well worth having a look at again.
How has the election made you feel on a scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being Nazi. My name is Dr. Nick Peterson, and I specialize in those suffering from TDS, Trump Derangement Syndrome. Hello, I'm Dr. Peterson. How are you? Well, Donald Trump is a felon. Nope. I asked how you were doing. The majority of Americans can mentally handle election results on both sides of the aisle. However, there's this small, albeit growing, group of, I don't want to say Americans, but people that are just disconnected from reality. Fascist. And honestly, it makes diagnosing these people a whole lot easier. I just check their social media. Gone are the days when you just search your symptoms on WebMD at home by yourself. Now they record their symptoms and post them for the world to see. The haircut is also a dead giveaway. So, what brings you in today? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's the orange democracy-destroying, Putin-loving dictator. All right, so mental illness. They are completely blind to the fact that their absurd actions and ideologies were a big factor in their party's loss.
I'll link that one in the description as well if you want to watch the full thing. It's really good. So if you ever wonder why people think that the pandemic was planned years in advance, well, this is why.
If anything kills over 10 million people in the next few decades, it's most likely to be a highly infectious virus.
If we get an airborne pandemic, if we hadn't built ahead of time some structures to deal with this, millions of people could be adversely impacted.
But also there will be a surprise outbreak. The next administration, that there's no doubt in anyone's mind that they will be faced with the challenges that their predecessors were faced with.
Pandemic prevention and preparedness is going to end up being, whether the administration likes it or not, a priority, a top priority.
Trump is now president. When he faces his first major epidemic, as his predecessors have, he will likely project his impulsivity, xenophobia, and cavalier attitude towards facts to over 52 million followers.
We may yet again have another pandemic, and it is almost inevitable that we will have another pandemic.
Oh, I bet
Welcome
it is.
to Event 201.
Of what's looking like it will be
be a severe pandemic.
A new coronavirus.
Why don't we blow the system up and then say, hey, everyone in the world should get this new vaccine we haven't given to anyone yet?
But it is not too crazy to think that an outbreak of a novel avian virus could occur in China somewhere. We could get the RNA sequence from that and print those vaccines on a patch and self-administer.
They told us. They told us in advance.
You can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. But it tries sometimes. Will you just smash down? You get what you need.
Well worth it to see that smile.
I found out I was racist like 4 weeks ago, though. I was at the red light, and a white guy had pulled up beside me, and a black guy had walked across the street, and I locked my doors, and he locked his doors. And we both nodded at each other. They had a black hoodie on, goddammit.
Guys, it happened again. I was out minding my own business, not bothering anybody, and I got mispigmented. I was at the Dollar Tree. I was picking up some wave caps for the 360 waves I'm growing out, and this guy behind me is like, I didn't know white guys needed those things. And I said, excuse me, bigot? Did you just dead skin me? And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, what am I talking about? I was assigned white at birth by a doctor, but I identify as a black man. And this whole time, the cashier's just kind of standing there. And I'm like, are you not going to say anything to this racist? She's like, sir, he's an actual black man. I said, actual black man? Do you understand how harmful those words are to transpigmented people like me? You know, and it's just like, how many black identifying white guys are going to have to suffer until people just start doing the right thing and affirming our identity? So the cashier is like, sir, you can either finish checking out or just leave. And I'm like, you keep calling me sir, but I identify as a woman. And she's like, I am so sorry, ma'am. And so I ended up getting like 50% off my order. So anyways, I'm just really frustrated. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Peace.
I don't care what anybody identifies themselves as. You know, he could identify as a shoe for all I care, but you just can't force it onto other people. Thomas Massey shook things up a bit this week. It was pretty funny.
From Kentucky.
Mr. Speaker, I have an amendment at the desk to change the title of the bill to a bill to kick the can down the road and for other purposes.
The clerk will report the amendment.
Amendment offered by Mr. Massey of Kentucky. Amend the title so as to read, a bill to kick the can down the road and for other purposes.
It's a good way to make a point. And of course, someone had to make a joke video about James Comey this week after he posted the 8647 thing.
I mean, you're a smart guy, right? You were director of the FBI and shit like that. Like, you wouldn't be stupid enough to leave your DNA on those seashells, right?
I kind of messed up. Me and my boyfriend were having strawberry margaritas, and to be completely honest, my ass is still sore, not because of my boyfriend, but because President Trump shit-canned me 8 years ago. So I did the seashells thingy. I posted it on Instagram, and like 5 minutes later, everyone else was up my ass. So I went out to get rid of them, and fucking Kash Patel was picking them up with latex gloves and shit. So I guess I'll just have to find a new boyfriend in prison then.
Patel is on it. No messing around anymore. I very much related to this. There are only two types of people in the awakening right now. Normies just waking up to the truth about the world. People who have been aware for a while and are just enjoying the show. I relate more to the first cat. Which one do you relate to more? I've only just begun to see the light. It can be pretty tough seeing all of the misinformation, but always remember, however much you deny the truth goes on existing. George Orwell. The truth exists whether you deny it or not, whether you lie about it, cover it up, and it just has a way of coming out. eventually. Oh, lovely. It always comes across like those canine officers are like just as important as the officers. Also this week, Purdue students demolished the Guinness World Record for fastest Rubik's Cube solving robot, solving the puzzle cube in just 0.103 seconds. Faster than the blink of an eye. This is just crazy. I know this is an old video, but it showed up on my feed and I just wanted to share it with you guys because it's just so lovely.
Mr. Carrera, you are charged with a school zone violation.
I don't drive that fast, Judge. I'm 96 years old and I drive slowly, and I only drive when I have to. I was going to the blood work for my boy. He's handicapped.
How old is your son?
63.
You were taking your son to the doctor's office?
Yeah, I take him for blood work every 2 weeks because he's got cancer.
You are a good man. You are a good man. You really are what America is all about. Here you are in your 90s, and you're still taking care of your family. That's just a wonderful thing for you. I wish the best for your son, and I wish you good health, and your case is dismissed. Good luck to you, and God bless you.
Thank you.
Just a really amazing man and very inspiring. So I'm going to close it out now with proudly unaffiliated's ABCs of MAGA. This week they've done Make America Energetic Again. I'm going to go with Make America Efficient Again. I want to see all governments around the world become more efficient. Let me know if you guys have an E that you want for America at the moment. So that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much to anybody who tagged me in memes this week. Do feel free to tag me on X if you come across any good memes or any good videos, and I will see you guys next time.